Hello everyone, my name is Rafal and welcome to my vlog. So on today's vlog, I just want to talk a little bit about my recent corporate headshot session, and I have received a lot of questions regarding that photo shoot. I post some images and some of you guys were quite surprised about the location where I was shooting. So I think this is a great opportunity to talk a little bit about it and give you a little bit of information and explanation how this whole thing works. I think this is quite actually interesting topic because nowadays a lot of headshot photographers are facing kind of a challenges when it comes to the place where they shoot, because not all of us basically have own studio or own place where we can do those sessions. And also what I realize over the last few years, a lot of my clients they want me to come to their location, and I have to basically figure out everything on the spot. I have to find the solutions for some of those challenges, and I've been shooting in a lot of different places, from offices, hallways, lobbies, you just name it. You know, I just try to make basically the environment where I'm shooting, I'm just trying to kind of make this work and find something which I can set up my equipment and do the session. So let's jump into this and let's break this whole thing into small, I would say, parts, and let's discuss this into detail. So I was doing this photo shoot for the local business owner, and she needs new headshot for her business and for her social media. And yeah, she invited me to her location. It's a beautiful space. We're lucky, I have to say, in Canada that a lot of those places are fairly big, and it's much easier to set up equipment and find a solution. So we started, of course, with preparation such as makeup and hair, and just kind of putting everything together. So this is the first step for each of my session. I have amazing team of people where I'm working with, and that definitely helps me later on with post-production and working on those images when it comes to the retouching, because if there is a great makeup and good hair and everything kind of works together, I as a retoucher also have a little bit of less work, and I can actually just get those images ready for the clients right away. So the next step is definitely figuring out how I'm gonna shoot. And usually what I do in those kind of situations, I'm trying to find where I'm gonna be shooting. So there's few specific things what I'm looking for. The first one is just to kind of make sure that the person is going to be comfortable and also can stand or sit, whatever. But the second thing is, of course, the background. We need to somehow incorporate the location, and we have to somehow make this location work so the images, they're going to look good. So let's say if the client is looking for typical, I would say, corporate headshot and just basically needs gray background, it's easy. I can bring that over, set it up, and we're good to go. But most of the time the clients are looking for cinematic look. They're looking for some interesting backgrounds or something which gonna add a little bit more interesting look to the image. So in those kind of cases, I have to find something on the locations which gonna make the cinematic look work. So there's two things what I'm looking for usually. So I'm looking for the patterns. So anything which has certain patterns I can use as a background. So it's painting, some kind of windows, tiles, everything what basically has patterns, and I can use it to actually in my advantage to shoot cinematic look. So that's actually what happened in that case. This location has a couple fairly big windows which you could kind of see through, and I could use basically the streets outside of this building as a background. The one tip what I want to say when it comes to shooting through the windows, never shoot basically straight on. Try to always place your lights in kind of angles, so you're not gonna see the reflection of your soft boxes on the window. So that's the kind of the first trick, what I want to say. Also, the next thing is make sure that there is the streets or whatever is outside also gives you some kind of pattern or something interesting. So you have to basically throughout the shoot figure it out what's gonna work. So the second actually look what we've done, we use basically the painting which was on the wall, and actually we just turned this a little bit just to kind of give a little bit more interesting pattern into the image, and we use basically that painting to create the second kind of look for this headshot session. So the shoot went really smooth and fairly quick. I was shooting for about an hour. Also, I used my typical lighting setup, which was two deep octas, 39 inches Elinchrom deep octa, and for the kicker I used a 27 inches small deep octa. And then for the window actually image, I didn't add any light into the background. We basically I just basically adjust my settings so that the background was a little bit darker, and I didn't have to add any additional light. For the image with the painting, I definitely needed to add a little bit of extra light, so I set up my additional speed light to give a little bit interesting look to this painting. And basically, yeah, I just put my speed light straight on that background to give a little bit of extra boost, and that pretty much was everything. So I will put in description all the settings what I've used for this particular photo shoot. There was nothing strange, typical settings for those types of shoots, and I used two types of lighting setups. The first one was clamshell lighting, which I recently really like whenever I'm shooting women. I don't know why, but it seems like this type of lighting works a little bit better especially for women. For the second image, we have used my typical Rembrandt lighting. The space was fairly tight, so we have to somehow manage this whole thing to work. But so the images turn out really well. I hope you guys like them, and the client was super happy with those shots. Of course, I'm just showing you a couple images, but the client could choose many more, but I'm just showing you two images which I think they kind of represent what we got on that session. So if you guys have any questions regarding this topic, please shoot me an email or send me a message. Also, I would like to see maybe some of your locations where you guys shooting, or please also ask me any questions if you have any challenges when it comes to shooting in different locations. So I want to add one more thing to this vlog. Please challenge yourself and then shoot in different locations. That's what's gonna make you better photographer. I remember when I started, I was extremely terrified to going to different locations and shooting in some strange places, but that's what makes my craft better, because I had to challenge myself and make things work and find places which give me this specific look or something interesting. And I highly recommend it to do that, because I know whenever we have own studio and we get comfortable and we don't want to challenge ourselves, or we're just scared to challenge ourselves, our work kind of get stagnated, and we kind of we feel safe and secure, and that's what we're trying to do. But whenever you have to challenge yourself and you have to figure something out, that gives you a new boost of new ideas, and definitely challenge your knowledge, and then you basically learn something new. Even in this specific case, when I got into the location, I didn't like the colors of the walls because they were green. The windows also, they have some kind of reflecting layer of so people couldn't see from outside. So there's definitely some challenges which I have to overcome, but at the same time, I think that I'm extremely happy that this whole thing worked. The client is happy, and I've learned something completely different and something new. So this is actually gonna be the message for this vlog. Again, if you guys have any specific questions regarding this shoot and those images, please feel free to send me a message, and then we'll go from there. So thank you for watching. I hope that was interesting, stay tuned, and I'll chat with you guys very soon. Bye bye.